Okay, being that some of us that are on the show here that's experienced college and some of us who hasn't, my question to you, Sold Out, is college overrated?
It depends on where you go.
Depends on where you go. SMB, your thought. Do you think college overrated? Yes or no?
Oh no, I've never been.
Okay. I've been thinking of going back. The education that you're going there for is to help you earn a lot of money. Am I right or wrong?
You learn it today, you forget it at night.
That's a misconception about college and things like that. It can help you earn more money, and statistically speaking, it does do that. But as a whole, I mean, unless you're going there specifically for an education, and you're only going there just to make more money, depending on what field you're going into, you're not going to make much more money than you were if you didn't go to college in the first place.
Yeah, but a lot of them, they get in debt with these loans, and these are kids, man.
Yeah,
these are kids, and then they're coming out of college, and they have $30,000 to $40,000 worth of loan that's hanging over their head. Another question would be: Is it on your credit?
It is.
It goes there.
Yeah.
So,
and it's 7 years, so you can get rid of it without paying it.
Yeah, it'll go on your credit if you don't pay anything back. But from what I understand, as long as you pay a little of it back at a time, the minimum amount, it won't show up on your credit.
You going to school, like I said, it's for you to make money, to make more money, potentially make a lot of money.
In this economy,
who wants a bill? Who wants something like? Who wants to be in debt?
But in this economy,
who wants to not live at mama's house?
That too.
The college degree doesn't hold the weight that it used to back like 10 years ago or even 5 years ago.
Is it worth? I mean, if you got a guy who's sitting there with a degree, sitting right next to you in the same position,
that piece of paper doesn't guarantee anything, and
that's what shit.
With all that money you just invested, it needs to guarantee.
No. But it doesn't. Nothing.
You're talking about motherfuckers that they deem considered overqualified. So you know what? We're gonna do this for you because you applied, but technically you're overqualified.
Yeah, that's called being underemployed. There's people I know with doctor degrees that work at Walmart. They got debt up to their necks and stuff. They can't pay anything
Slide from Sliding the Family Stone at Walmart being a greeter the other day. That was like, shit. We were like, damn, my nigga, I like happy people. So I gave you a job.
Wow. But wow.
But really though, you gave us hits since the 70s, nigga. You overqualified, but here you go.
If you knew what Slap on the Family Stone looked like, nigga, you be laughing like that.
And that nigga tag said, Sly.
Wow.
You get a college kid who, they're going to college, like I said, to be successful in life. And, they open themselves up an account. Now, you go into a bank, and the first thing they want to offer you is a fucking credit card.
Yeah, I mean,
to take care of your debt.
The system is designed to make debt slaves. They want to keep you indebted to somebody, so you're always worried about, I gotta pay these bills back, I gotta pay this house back, instead of focusing on things that you would rather do with your life, like finding an occupation. Well, not an occupation. Well, for the lack of a better term, like your dream job.
It's like you jump out into the real world and you already have a price hanging over your head that you just like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's a slave of debt. That's all it is. That's what credit cards are like. They'll go into debt with credit cards. They'll go into debt with student loans, cars and stuff like that, thinking that, hey, I don't have to pay back. And when I graduate, I have this good job anyway, so I don't have to worry about it. And
but you don't act like you're going out of debt buying something to get out them pumas.
So this is
the exact same thing. Yep. SMB, whenever you get it. All I gotta say, SMB, whenever
hey, it's my birthday, I'm gonna score if I want to, my nigga.
Shout out to SMB.
I'm 28 years old right now, nigga.
Yeah, they aren't able to pay those things back for a good 20, 25 years. That's how long it takes for them to pay it off.
That's basically saying
they got my daddy like that years ago on a Cadillac.
Oh, damn. This nigga said Cadillac.
So I knew better.
If you're not going to go to school and you don't have clear goals on why you're going to school and your exit strategy, then you're wasting your time going there.
Yeah, man. Jet falling off, man. If you bringing up women like this, look at this.
Let me see.
I mean, damn.
Make sure it's in the light, dude.
Oh, nobody ever pays me in hairdos.
This is shit, nigga.
Where's Photoshop?
This is what happens when Jet has hit the recession. They can't get a quality bitch.
You got a 3 head on the side, but a 4 head in the front.
So, what you got for us, man?
Yo, I just want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think urban media outlets like hip hop music, R&B, TV, BET, things like that,
CBS, CTV, CBS, Walgreens,
all that stuff, do y'all think it accurately reflects the black community, or do you guys think that black people try to emulate what they see on TV?
You know what? I think it's a catch-22 because some of the images that are projected on TV in a negative manner with black people, and like some of the videos, but it's the person that you're taking out of that actual environment and they're giving you a visual of what's actually going on. Now, as far as, putting people in Hollywood, I mean, we act pretty much, I don't know how we supposed to act.
How we supposed to act?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
We ain't never had shit.
I mean, a reason I asked this question, I actually stomached watching BET today, like, for all day, and I was like, I can't relate to any of this shit that I see on here at all.
What was on there that you felt like you couldn't relate to? Because BET is purposely there for entertainment. And
I wasn't entertained in the least. I was more disturbed by this is what is, in the United States, what is supposedly entertaining for black people. I'm talking about BET The Basement. That was my shit back then. And they cut that shit with Big Tig.
I agree with
After Big Tig left, shit went downhill.
BET, they have nothing to show at all for either our youth or nothing on TV, because there used to be Teen Summit, so there's nothing educational or anything that you can.
And why the hell
pull from?
Tyler Smiley's new show.
BET really looking at Billy T. Williams looking at. Nah, but them bitches really used to be all about black entertainment. Now it's just like they barely entertaining blacks.
It seemed like when we were in school, we tried to emulate what they did to be the cool kids on the block or whatever. Instead of like being ourselves, like the smart guy or the cool, like just being yourself, like being able to do what you want to do, you had to emulate what was popular at the time to be cool. Like when you have people out there, like Jeezy and everybody's like, okay, that's what hip hop is. That's what's hot. That's what I have to be in order to, be black. That's what I'm talking about. Is our blackness defined by what we see on TV, or is that what blackness is? Because it used to be that hip-hop was a reflection of what was going on in the streets. But to me now, these days, it seems like what we see on TV is what we have to do.
You are exactly right.
You don't tell a painter to paint something what I think you should paint. You let him do his thing.
Because you got the Mona Lisa already. You want something new.
Yes. What's wrong with that?
We all know, okay, Common, he speaks for the streets. He speaks as, he's a conscious guy. He's done this, he's done that. But
he's a killer.
And all of a sudden, whenever he dropped the Universal album, you hip hop heads didn't want to fuck with him. With my point that I was saying about Common and how you cats didn't want to, y'all didn't want to fuck with him after he made the Universal Music album, and he kind of, what it felt like is what he was trying to make money. He was trying to have something to perform with, some party shit. But you all didn't want to accept that. Y'all want the same cat that still down, struggling, still in the cypher, still all that shit. My thing is, take for instance, the boy Jay-Z. What if he would have stayed in the lane where, he was probably known as one of the Raekwons or the Jadakiss and stayed in that lane?
Jay-Z is only good at one thing and one thing only.
Was that making money?
No, doing what the fuck he's told to do. When you had people like, Biggie, Pac, Nas, all those guys were popular and things like that, Jay-Z was bottom tier. That's when he first came out. Then later on, when DMX and all them came out, he was like 4th or 5th best at best. Think about it, every time when Jay-Z rapped on somebody with somebody that was supposed to be his caliber, he was bottom tier on that song.
Jazzo killed him on his own shit.
Yes, every single
Very
time.
hard too. Like he wasn't even nice about it.
That's what I'm saying.
So his question is begging a question.
So my question is, how do you consider
point right now?
So how do you consider Jay-Z the best at what he does when he's never been proven to be the best.
What, you don't want to give the man his credit?
No. Not at all.
It's called good business.
No, it's called just doing what the hell you told to do, and that's it.
Okay, being that March 9th just passed, we're celebrating the death of Biggie. It's 15-year anniversary.
Notorious.
Okay. My question to you all: what do you think Biggie's third album would have sounded like?
It would have sounded like Diddy wanted it to, my nigga. But that stank is gonna be on it, and that's all Biggie. Diddy has nothing to do with that.
What it sounds like is that you're saying that Diddy would have got his way and would have eventually had Biggie make a hip hop album, basically.
Yeah.
Like this.
Right around
If Biggie's third album would have dropped, I think that all the hip hop heads would have said that shit would have been sorry. It would have sucked. You know what I'm saying? The beats the production probably would have been superb to the producer's eyes, but the album would have sucked. It would have been until his fourth album he would have brought that shit back around and came gritty. Then you always say, okay, that's the Biggie we want.
Yeah, I'm sitting out in front of my house, right? I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, shit, I'm just going to try and cut this beer down. You know what I'm talking about? A little bit, smoke me a square, I'm going to go in the house. Well, before I even able to get that done, the police drive by. My street end on the cul-de-sac, nigga. That nigga flipped a bitch on my ass, came back and was like, excuse me, sir, what you doing? Drinking a beer in front of my house, nigga. What the fuck does it look like I'm doing? He like, well, hold on, I'm gonna need your ID. I'm like, well, it's inside the house. Well,
See, if you listen to what I was saying about like the top 10 things you should do when dealing with the police.
First of all,
I didn't finish my story.
Wait a minute.
Let me finish my story, right? He's like, can I see your ID? It's in the house. Where you live at? I'm sitting here with my thumb pointing at it the entire time. Anyway, long story short, I give them all that information that they need. This motherfucker say, I need an address on that. It's 708 Ridgemont. I look at my house one more time. I'm like, is there any reason why your K9 unit is here? No. Well, you need to let your window up. This motherfucker waking up my neighbors. Sit your ass down.
Man.
What you got, Belly Shane?
Oak Cliff High School has to sit their ass down for the following reason. On the sign, they got, have a good spring break. Break, B-R-A-K-E.
Hold on, man. That's the hood.
In the freaking
They got to
hood.
do better, man.
They got to do better.
Y'all got to do better than
Oh,
that.
hell no.
In a high school.
You got to do better.
Oh, God. We got to do better than that shit.
Got the beat
In a black neighborhood, you can't misspell shit like that. Break, like car break.
The nigga like Prince used a school word looking at him. All that nigga said was break. You couldn't spell that right. I ain't asking you nothing else.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, this is what happens when you live in a BET culture. And
Ain't that a bitch?
I'm putting it on BET.
Hey, that's why I look at the TV and be like, shit, at least we watch the MTV Jams. Take a look.
That's what.
Like I told you before, the best thing to hide shit from black folks, nigga, put that shit in the book.
God damn. Well, obviously they had that word break in the book, and that nigga there didn't know.
Hey, unless that shit come with a recipe and some catfish, nigga, ain't nobody paying no attention.
Oh, shit. In other words, South Oak Cliff, sit your
motherfucking ass down.
J.R. Smith. This nigga tweets a pic of her ass. NBA officials seen it. They fined that nigga $25,000 for a goddamn picture that you posted.
Hold on. That's bullshit on the NBA part. The NBA needs to sit their asses down.
No, it ain't bullshit. I see who did it. It was Joe Budden's jealous ass. He called the league and said, nigga, you should slap the shit out yourself, nigga, and sit your ass down. Straight up.
All right, tune in next week.